What's up, everybody? You're tuned in to the Cris Mal
Ammo.
podcast, episode 206, Takeover Wednesdays. Hope everybody's having a good night. Whatever you're doing, you're at home, you're at work. We appreciate y'all tapping in on the late pod tonight. Uh, appreciate y'all listening. If you're listening on the playback or watching on the playback, we appreciate you leave a comment in the comments section. We got a few things to speak on. We're going to get our college picks in, a few games. We're going to also do our NFL picks like we always do. Our fantasy leagues, starting sits, get you a few of those. Uh, World Series baseball, we'll preview that real quick. And we'll do the NBA debut, season debut. So before we get into that, Maul, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, bro. Excited NBA's back. You know what I mean? Even though my Lakers lost, really excited to see everything that's been happening in the NBA, man. Man, excited to get the show popping, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I can't complain. I can't complain at all. So, all right, man. Let's go ahead and kick it off with the NBA debut, man. Give us your takes and what you've seen so far tonight and yesterday.
Yeah, man. Honestly, it's been some really exciting games. I'll start off with last night. Obviously, we had to kick off to the season last night with the banner, with the Thunder receiving their rings and them hosting the Houston Rockets, seeing the new debut of Kevin Durant with the Houston Rockets. Obviously, they didn't have Fred VanVleet. He tore his ACL right before the season starts. So, again, prayers out to him. But overall, man, this game was amazing. Went into double overtime. Houston Rockets, they looked really good. There were some moments with the Houston Rockets where you kind of noticed that they didn't really have a true point guard kind of running the system. Amen Thompson was kind of like their main point guard. Sometimes they would use Kevin Durant as well and Alperen Sengun a lot to kind of bring the ball up. But you could tell they don't have like a real true point guard. But overall, man, I thought the Houston Rockets looked really good. They started. I think they made a big deal with their starting lineup. Amen Thompson was the smallest guy on the court. He's 6'7". Everybody else was either 6'10" and up. Kevin Durant had a really good game with 23 points. Had a bad foul against Shea. Shea got him up and connected with the foul. That kind of won the game for them in double overtime. But Kevin Durant played a solid game. He had 23 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Alperen Sengun looked like mini Jokic out there with 39 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, block, 2 steals. He looked really good. But overall, man, I thought it was, Oklahoma City Thunder, man. They didn't have Jalen Williams. He's out for the next couple of weeks, I think, with like a wrist injury and stuff like that he had surgery on. But Chet Holmgren, he looked really good first half of the game. He was pretty much perfect from the field. He ended up with 28.7 rebounds. Shea started off a little slow, but I think in the fourth quarter and in the overtimes, I think he had about 24 points out of those periods. So he ended up with 35, 5 and 5. This could definitely be just a preview of what is to come with those two playing each other in the foreseeable future, and that could be honestly a preview of the Western Conference Finals. And then obviously the Warriors and Lakers, man. My Lakers, Luka Doncic looked really amazing, but everybody else, they look like dog shit. I ain't gonna cap. Warriors look really good. Doncic had 43 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. Steph Curry, he started off slow. He was 6 of 14 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3-pointers, but he ended up with 23. Jimmy Butler was really amazing. 16 for 16 from the free throw line is amazing. That's what Jimmy Butler does, man. He definitely bangs around, gets to the free throw line, slows it down a little bit. Nice change of pace with him and Steph Curry. And then Buddy Hield went off, man. He ended up 5 for 10 for the 3-point line. As far as my Lakers, man, it was pretty much Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves on the offensive side. No one else really helped out. DeAndre Ayton, it left a lot to be desired. There were some moments on the court where he didn't look like he was really attentive on the court, like the aggressiveness. Rui Hachimura was a no-show, and Gabe Vincent, all the stuff we saw in the preseason, he was a no-show as well. And Vanderbilt, all those highlight tapes that we saw, yeah, it didn't pan out. So hopefully my Lakers could bounce back on Friday night when they play the Wolves. But as far as today, real quick, some of the guys that really impressed me was VJ Eshcom of the 76ers. He looked amazing. Between him and Maxey, they combined for 74 points. Well, with those two, VJ Escom had 34, 7 rebounds, 3 assists for his rookie debut. He looked amazing. Joel Embiid, you can tell he's still trying to get in the groove of things like that. He ended up only with 4 points, but huge win for the 76ers, man, against the Boston Celtics. That was a really huge W. VJ Escom looked really amazing. The Bulls, surprising win over the Pistons. That was a really good look. Vucevic has 28 and 14. The Grizzlies, John Morant had 35. They looked really good. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he already looked like he had MVP for him. He had 37 and 14 with a win over the Wizards. Huge upset tonight with the Jazz. I think the Clippers were down as much as 30, 40 points to the Jazz. They ended up losing 129 to 108. Walker Kessler looked really good between 2-9 and 4. But I think, and then Anthony Edwards, he had 41 points against the Trailblazers. He looked really amazing. But the story of the night, man, had to be Victor Wembanyama, man. Victor Wembanyama, oh my God. Oh my God. There was a sequence, my man blocked Derek Lively, brought the ball down, crossed over Derek Lively, and then a Steph Curry dribble back move, hit for the 3 and 1. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially Victor Wembanyama's league. And it ain't even close, man. And they dominated the Mavericks. I mean, dominated. They ended up winning by 32. I think like 32 or something like that. What was the final score? 125 to 92. So 33. My God. Hey, it is Wemby's league. I think everybody should be in fear right now because that man is a problem. A problem. Yeah, looking like Giannis with Steph Curry moves and 3-point shots. He doing sham guys and stuff. I'm talking about reverse dunks. Like, my man looks like he's ready to take the league over. So it's going to be a problem. I'm excited to see the progression of this San Antonio Spurs team. And they don't even have De'Aaron Fox yet. So imagine when they get De'Aaron Fox. And they still have the potential to make upgrades and moves too. They could still try to go after Giannis Antetokounmpo if they want to. It's going to be an amazing thing. And real quick before we head off, VJ Escom versus Ant Edwards. I need to see that. That's going to be nice. So that's just some of the things that I saw through today, man, that really truly impressed me. Was there anything that caught your eye before we move on from the NBA topic?
I saw a little bit of that Thunders and Rockets game.
Yeah.
It was a good game. Shea got work on free throws, man. He was struggling from the free throw line, man.
A little bit.
But he hit the ones that he needed to hit, but still. And they pulled it out at the end. I was sad that Chet Holmgren fouled out because he messed up my ticket.
Yeah.
I caught a little bit of the Lakers game. It looked like Marcus Smart was just getting in trouble the whole time I was watching.
I'll say this real quick, not to cut you off. I did love the energy that Marcus Smart brought. I just thought it was a little much, you know what I mean? But I think that's something that this team needs. This team needs energy, and I know he got a lot of foul calls, but it's something that the Lakers need, though. I'll talk more about the Lakers on Monday. I know we're in the late show. I could go on for another 30 minutes about what I thought about the Lakers, but I'm not gonna do that to y'all this late. Young, I feel you, bro. They pissing me off too, my brothers. So hopefully on Monday I'll have a better thought process over the Lakers. But I wasn't too happy with what I saw.
The Knicks look pretty good tonight against the Cavs, man.
Look really good.
They look like they're in sync. I'm with you with VJ Escom. This is my first time really getting a chance to look at the kid, and he didn't disappoint, man.
I'm trying to tell y'all that boy's a problem.
34 points in his debut, man. That's impressive.
That boy's a problem, bro. That boy is a problem.
Like we said, we've been saying it, but Sixers can stay healthy, man. They could be an issue in the East, man, and they can challenge the Knicks, they can challenge the Hawks. And I was disappointed. I know it's open tonight, but I was disappointed in the Hawks, man. They came out flat today.
Yeah, nah, especially with them coming out with 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz brought them all the hype and stuff like that, and to lay that kind of dud. Yeah, it wasn't good, but I think with the additions of Kristaps Porzingis, this team, they're getting Jalen Johnson back, Dyson Daniels, all those young guys. It's still a young, very young team. I think they'll be all right, though. This is a bad, home openers, man. There's a lot of teams that we expected to win that didn't look really too good.
Yeah,
to kick it off.
John Morant looked good tonight. I think he had like 35 points tonight. So he looks like good. He's in rare form. Like you said with Giannis, Giannis doing Giannis things, and it's the Wizards. They suck.
Yeah, it's the Wizards.
The Bulls, like you said, that was surprising, man. I didn't expect him to beat the Pistons like that, man. But they was up most of that game, so
Yeah, I
uh,
gotta watch the highlights of that game. But some of the stuff I saw, Pistons, makes me a little bit worried. I know it's only game one, but it makes me a little bit worried about that team.
shout out to the Magic, man. They look like they look like they're gonna be a problem in the East themselves. The Heat look better than what I thought they was gonna look too. I
Yeah,
didn't think they was gonna be able to compete like that. Like I know Eric Spoelstra, he's one of the better coaches, so he's gonna always have a well coached team, and they got players on the team. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. So, but shout out to them, man. So it was opening night, man. There's only so much you could take away, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
everybody, it's opening. Everybody, calm down. All you NBA fans out there, calm down, man. It's two games in.
yeah. I'll say this: hey, that Bradley Bill for Norman Powell switch is this. I know it's one game, but that shit
The
does not look
Clippers
good
look
right now.
terrible.
That
What?
shit does not look. Bradley Bill had 5 points. Norman Powell had 28. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Like the Clippers, I love Ty Lue. Shout out to Ty Lue. He's a hell of a coach. Top two, maybe best head coach in the league. But man, that team is old, bro. That team is old, bro. That backcourt is old. Bradley Bill, he can't guard nobody. And people are trying to tell me Bradley Bill is going to actually defend people. Nah, that ain't happening. He can't even score right now. James Harden, like Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul, like that's an old ass backcourt, bro. Come on, man. Against some of these young, talented backcourts that we have. Yeah. I don't like what I saw from the Clippers. But it's one game. It's one game. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But
All right, man. Well, go ahead and talk about the World Series right now, man. The World Series. They start on Friday.
yeah.
You got big matchup. Los Angeles Dodgers. They're pretty much defending their title. You know what I'm saying? Because they won the championship last year. Now, their major advantage going into this game is their pitching. You got Yamamoto, the one of their pitchers, Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, and Shohei Ohtani, of course. All of them have been dominating in this playoffs. For they post a 1.48 ERA across 64 and a half innings. So
Mhm.
yeah, there's at least to say, and they got an offense to go with this pitching. So they're pretty scary, man. But don't discount the Blue Jays, man. Their offense has been good in this postseason. Uh, Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's one of the better hitters in his league, man. So they're gonna need all their hitting. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to take game one for sure, especially since they're at home. They need to bring that momentum. At least like split both of these games and try to take one in LA too. So they got it, but they definitely need to. I think they need to take game one to get that momentum going into this series. So I still think LA is going to win. Um, I got Dodgers in six.
Yeah, man. I agree with you. I think the Blue Jays need to try their hardest to try to win these two games at home. It's gonna be tough though. Blake Snell and what's my man name? Yoshinibu Yamamoto.
Yamamoto, yeah.
th- those two pitchers have been amazing these playoffs, especially Blake Snell. He's been pretty much unhittable his last I think three starts. So it's gonna be tough, man. Obviously the Blue Jays they do have the offensive pieces with Guerrero and Springer who had the big home run to give them the lead against the Mariners and Game 7. He's been kind of huge. I know people were a little bit worried with that pitch he got hit on his knee. They wasn't really too sure how much damage he had, but he looked healthy enough where he was able to get that 3-run home run and give them the lead. But I agree with you. I'm gonna go with the Dodgers, man. You got the GOAT on that team. I'm curious to see what kind of performance that Otani can do. You know what I mean? With that 10 strikeout, 3 home run game. I think it was 7 innings pitched. Amazing. Probably the greatest postseason performance of all time. Um, this is just a goated team, man. It's hard. They got the pitching, they got the hitting, they got the offense, they got the defense. It's gonna be tough, man. The Blue Jays gonna have to be perfect for them to have a chance to, I think, even take this to 7. I'm with you. I think I'm gonna go Dodgers 5. Me personally, I'm gonna go Dodgers 5. But hey, the real conversation is it's just gonna bring up the Kendrick and Drake stuff all over again. So whoever wins, man, they gonna probably have the number 1 hit for the next couple of days. So if the Dodgers win,
you about to miss this. No,
not like us about to be number 1 again if the Dodgers win. So how many games does Drake go to? Does Drake go to game 1? Do you think Drake is at game 1?
it's in Toronto, so he might be there.
I think both teams should just host both guys, man. Just host both guys, man. Come on, man.
Kendrick was at the World Series last year.
I think we see Kendrick behind home plate, and I think we see Drake behind home plate. I think we see
that. That's where he found that lady on the intro of his GNX.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. The opening. I think at this point, man, the Dodgers should walk out to all Kendrick songs, and Toronto should walk out to all Drake songs. I think it's only right. It's only right, only fitting, man. It's only right.
Drop Family Matters. Drop.
They should. I would. If I'm Toronto Blue Jays, I'm dropping Family Matters. If I'm the Dodgers, I'm dropping Not Like Us, everything from GNX, Meet the Grams, Euphoria. We dropping it all, man. Might as well relive the classics, man. You know what I mean? Might as well relive the classics, bro.
That's funny. Drake gonna drop a diss record right before Friday, or right on Friday.
So he's supposed to be dropping an album soon, from what I hear. Well, that's what academics said.
I haven't heard academics voice in a long time.
No, he's still around. Not as he's a little bit more quiet because there ain't no Drake stuff going on. But hey, he's still around. He's still around.
For sure, but I expect a good World Series, so
yeah.
Shout out to both teams.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's do our Week 9 college picks.
For sure.
Cris Mal's college football picks.
All right, good people. We're going to kick this off with number 8 Ole Miss going against number 13 Oklahoma. This top 15 matchup features 2 explosive offenses, 2 coaches who are very different in philosophies. Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss, brings that high-tempo, aggressive score from anywhere mindset, while Brent Venables and Oklahoma counter with physicality and defensive discipline. This has college football implications, of course. What's his name? Chimbliss is one of the top. He did his thing kind of last week, but they came up short against Georgia. They're going to try to bounce back against Oklahoma. Mater, he's going to try to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They had a good win last week. They're going to try to stack on that and try to win this week. And I think it's going to be a good game. I actually see a high-scoring game in this game. I think I'm going to roll with Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma's going to win this week, and I think they're going to win 35-31.
Yeah, obviously with Mater coming back from his injury, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He looked a little bit better last week. This is going to be Oklahoma's toughest opponent that they face with Ole Miss. Ole Miss coming off that close loss last week. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss on the road. I just think Ole Miss is probably a little bit more prepared for this road. I know Oklahoma, they've had a couple big games. Obviously, they had the big loss against Texas a couple weeks ago. But I'm gonna go with Ole Miss, man. I think Ole Miss is a really great squad, a really good squad. They came close to beating Georgia last week. Just a couple bad moments. The inconsistencies on the offensive side, but they kept it really close. So I think I got Ole Miss, man. I think I agree with you. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I'm gonna go. Let's go 45 to. Let's go 45 to 38. Go overtime.
You got Missouri, number 14, Missouri going to Vanderbilt. Both of them 6-1 teams, both 2-1 in conference play. Missouri trying to validate their resurgence, and Vanderbilt making a statement that belongs in the upper echelon. We all know about Vanderbilt's offense is efficient and balanced, high marks with Diego Pavea. He's a dual threat. That offense goes where he goes. If he's smart with the football, making good plays, the offense goes up. But if he tries to do too much in certain plays, like you saw in the Alabama game where he fumbled the football in the red zone and gave Alabama that extra boost and momentum, then he could lose the game too. For Missouri, man, they got to get Ahmad Hardy going. These past two games, he hasn't been as, intricate into the offense like he was in the first few games. They got to get him going. Him, Jamal Roberts, and then he can't be missing wide open wide receivers, man. He got guys to be open, man. Coleman and some of them other guys on the team, they be open. So he's got to hit them. He's got to, when he sees pressure, also use his legs. He can also run himself. So use his legs. Eli Drinks, he's gonna have to dial it up. And then Missouri's defense, they got to get some stops. They can't let Vanderbilt march up and down the field. Now, Vandy has the home field advantage, so they're gonna be hyped up. They're gonna be going crazy. They just came off a big win over LSU, so I'm gonna go Homer pick with the upset, rolling into Vanderbilt. I'm gonna go Mizzou. I'm gonna go 28-27.
Man, this is going to be an amazing game. This could be, honestly, the game of the day. Missouri against Vandy. It's going to be a tough matchup, man, for both squads. Man, it's a tough pick. I'm going to go with your boys, man. I want to see my man happy. I want to see him confident with his team. I think Hardy, I think he has a good game. I think they get a key turnover at the end. And I see y'all winning 30-28.
Sure. You got BYU at Iowa State, but BYU enters with momentum and a rising profile, while Iowa State aims to defend home turf and show they're still in the mix. The stakes are high for both. BYU's momentum, BYU's undefeated, riding high after a big rivalry win over Utah. But this road trip to Ames is labeled as one of their toughest games. Metrics show BYU is about a 47 to 58% chance, depending on the model. Iowa State is at home. It gets the slight favorite line in some markets at -2.5. They have some recent struggles, but this is a chance to reassert dominance in the Big 12. The Cyclones will want to control the game tempo and make BYU uncomfortable. BYU's offense and defense both rated quite well. Offense is 34th in the nation. Defense is 15th in certain metrics. Iowa State's defense is solid, but their offense and special teams have been middling. Offense is 52nd, and special teams is 41st. The big question, can BYU's offense break through Iowa's defensive front? And can Iowa State force BYU into a mistake in a hostile environment? I'm not going to go against BYU, and I have not liked the way Iowa State has looked. And so I'm going to go with BYU, and I actually think this is going to be a 10-point score. I'm going to go BYU. I'm going to say 31-21.
Yeah, I would stay. They haven't looked good, but it's tough. It's tough to win in Iowa, man. It's tough to win there. BYU has looked really good, but I just have a feeling this smells like upset to me. I'm gonna go with Iowa State. I think they upset BYU. I think it's a close game though. I'm gonna go. Let's go 35-32, Iowa State.
For sure. You got LSU and Texas A&M going at it. This is in Baton Rouge. LSU coming off a tough loss over Vanderbilt. Texas A&M, they had a tough win over who they just play?
Who?
Arkansas. They just played Arkansas and beat them. They had to pull it together in that game. They only won by 3 points. High scoring game too. The Aggies are off to their best start in decades, rising in the national rankings. A win here would cement their status as a real contender. I think they're already real contenders already, but the Aggies are LSU's home field test and bounce back mission. LSU must lean on its home crowd and migrate recent struggles. The Tigers haven't been perfect defensively and will need to bring physicality. This matchup will come down to line play, tempo, turnovers, and establishing the run game. A&M's offense must be efficient. LSU's defense needs to apply disruption. A&M's offense is explosive, averaging 36 points a game in one snapshot. LSU's defense has been solid at times, top 10 in some metrics, but showed vulnerabilities recently, particularly in run defense against mobile QBs. Key factor: can A&M establish the run and protect their quarterback in a hostile environment? Look, man, I'm going Texas A&M. I know this is in Death Valley, but I'm sorry, I'm going with Texas A&M. I trust Marcel Reed over Garrett Nussmeier. And that's what it comes down to me.
I 100% agree with you. I think Marcel Reed. I think he should be in conversations for the Heisman. I definitely do. Mm-hmm. Texas A&M is a number 3 ranked team that really doesn't get talked about a lot at all. You know what I mean? Especially on the national news level. So that's a really great squad over there. I know they had a close win last week, but and we all know how tough it is to play Baton Rouge at night. So, but I think Texas A&M is ready, man. I think Reed is ready for that challenge, and I agree with you. I just trust him way more. Now I'm not really a big fan of Brian Kelly either. So I'm gonna go with Texas A&M. I'm gonna go. Let's go 38-28.
Yeah, my score is 35-28. You got Arizona State facing off against Houston. Arizona State is 5-2. They're ranked number 24. Houston is 6-1, 3-1 in the Big 12. So they can, show that they, probably get a ranking if they beat Arizona State. We all know how Seven Levitt and Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, those two are a good tandem. So this is a big opportunity for Houston to show that they could contend and be in that Big 12 championship this year. But I'm gonna go with Arizona State. They're at home. I trust Sam Levitt will get the job done. I like the running back too. So I'm gonna go. I think it's a high scoring game. I actually think it's gonna be close too. I got Arizona State winning. I'm gonna go 38-31.
All right with you. I think Arizona State having the home field advantage, I think that would help them a lot. Sam Levitt, I do love him as a quarterback. I know he's had his ups and downs, but I think he can be a really good prospect in the future in NFL. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna go Arizona State. I'm gonna go 52-41.
You going high
scoring. Yep.
You got Washington and Illinois facing off against each other. Both of them are 5-2, and both of them are 2-2 in the Big Ten play. Illinois QB Luke Atmeyer has thrown for 1,821 yards, 13 touchdowns, only one interception for this season. Washington's QB Damon Williams Jr. has comparable numbers in yardage and completion percentage. The key question: which QB can avoid mistakes and deliver in tough environments? Of course, Washington has the home field advantage. Washington has won the last 4 meetings in Seattle versus Illinois. Illinois on the road Illinois on the road and must overcome not just the opponent, but the environment. Illinois' offense is potent. They pass efficiency and often, but their defense has vulnerabilities. Washington's defense is strong. They'll look to force Illinois into less favorable down and distance situations. Illinois must create big plays, avoid getting bogged down. Washington must capitalize on home crowd energy and field position. I think this is going to be a close game, but I'm going to roll with Washington. I'm going to take Washington 45 42.
Yeah, man. Illinois just hasn't really looked good in big moment games. Like, they've looked terrible. And I get it. One was against Ohio State and the other one was against Indiana. And I get it. Those two teams are top 5 ranked teams. But I think Washington showed something. You know what I mean? Like, I know against Ohio State, Ohio State did end up winning by double digits in that game. But I don't know. I just like the Washington team a little bit more than I do the Illinois squad. Yeah. And then on top of that, Washington's they're playing at home. So, and we all know what kind of atmosphere that could be, especially in Seattle. I'm going to take Washington. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go, let's go 31-27.
I'm just gonna highlight this game because it's in the town it's a big deal. K-State versus Kansas. That's gonna be a big game right there for both programs. They still can be alive in Big 12. If Kansas lose, then that's gonna be bad for their season. I mean, they can still make a bowl game. Both teams can still make a bowl game. And K-State, if they get this W, they can kind of propel their season a little bit more. They've been playing a lot better since the first few games. But I'm going to roll with Kansas. I just think Jalen Daniels is the best player on this field, and I'm going to roll with him. So I'm going to go with Kansas. I'm going to say 35-31.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to go with Kansas as well. I'm going to go, I'm going to go 24-23.
Then you got San Diego State versus Fresno State. San Diego State has been a monster this year in Mountain West play, but Fresno is no slouch. But I'm going to go with San Diego State. I think they get the W, and they continue on. And I got them winning. I'm going to go 28-21.
Yeah, San Diego State, they've looked really good. Obviously, Fresno State 5-2. Sutton, he has 531 yards, 6 TDs. I agree with you. I'm gonna go with San Diego State as well. I'm gonna go. Let's go 29-25.
For sure. And then upset alert: Colorado, Utah. Nah, I'm playing that. Utah gonna win that game.
You got Utah winning that game.
Yeah, it's in Utah, man. Colorado ain't.
If you ain't gonna do it, I'll do it. Hey, I'll put my neck out. Colorado gonna upset Utah. They're gonna upset Utah. Utah still reeling from that loss against BYU. Over the holy war, man. Ain't so holy down there in Utah. So I'm gonna go with Colorado, man. I'm gonna go with Colorado, man. I think Colorado, they've been looking a little bit better as the week's going on. So
should we put Indiana on upset alert?
Against UCLA, I think UCLA has been really, really impressive. If they do go in Hoosierland and beat Indiana, I think you have to rank UCLA. I don't care what their record says. I think you have to rank UCLA, man. I don't think they're gonna win though. I think it's an early morning game. Indiana at home. They're rolling.
It's a buff neck.
Go with Colorado. Hey man, I'm gonna roll with my man Dion, man. I know it's a long shot, but I'm gonna roll with.
They beat one ranked team this year.
And you know what I mean. You act like Utah unbeatable, bro. I seen Utah get beat the fuck. You know what I mean. Colorado might be able to do it. So crazier things have happened in college football.
It has. All right, that does it for our college football picks. I'm going to take a quick commercial break and we will be back.
Introduce yourself to Magnet, the ultimate sports drink. Are you ready to take your performance to the next level? Do you want a sports drink that eliminates the muscle cramps and fatigue when working out or training? Meet Magnet, the sports drink designed for athletes who refuse to settle for mediocrity. It's power-packed electrolytes and rehydrates and restores balance with their scientifically formulated blend with magnesium that fights fatigue and boosts endurance. It has natural ingredients made with real fruit extracts and no artificial colors or flavors because your body deserves the best. It has delicious flavors like mixed fruit and watermelon that keep you revitalized and ready for action. It will boost your performance with essential vitamins and minerals. Magnet fuels your workouts, helping you crush your goals. Join the Magnet movement whether you're training, competing, or simply staying active. Magnet is your go-to refreshment for peak performance. You can order it now on our direct link at drinkmagnet.com. Also, use promo code Cris Mal to get $5 off your purchase. So don't wait. Again, that promo code is Cris Mal to get $5 off your purchase. Get Magnet, push your limits, fuel your passion.
Shout out to Madness Sports Drink. All right, Ma, let's do our start and sit fantasy picks. All right, man, what you got?
So for my starts, at quarterback, I got Bo Nix against the Cowboys. Bo Nix, I know he had a slow start last week, but he ended up with over 40 points last week. They finally started using his legs. We all know the Cowboys defense is pretty bad. The offense that Dallas has is amazing, but that defense is bad. So I'm gonna go with Bo Nix. I also got another Bronco. I like J.K. Dobbins against that Cowboys defense as well. I think he'll do really good. I know J.K. Dobbins doesn't get talked about a lot, but he had 80 yards last week. He just didn't get any touchdowns. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw him get 100 yards and maybe a TD or two. So I do like J.K. Dobbins. I love A.J. Brown against the New York Giants. Like, I just love that. And I know A.J. Brown's still not pleased, even though he had 2 TDs. He's still and over 100 yards. He's still, making little comments on IG. But I love the matchup that A.J. Brown has. I think they're going to feed him the ball a little bit more. And against the Giants, they're going to get their payback. So I love that. And then, surprisingly, I like your boy, Travis Kelce, tight end against the Commanders. I like that matchup. Jake Ferguson, he had 2 TDs last week. So I love Kelce. Kelce, he's had his moments where he's been in and out. I know they wanted to feature Rashee Rice a lot last week. I think this could be the Travis Kelce game. I think he can have a really solid game. As far as sits, I got Caleb Williams against the Ravens. I know the Ravens defense hasn't looked good, but them coming off the bye week, Lamar Jackson is healthy. I think this team is refocused, re-energized. They want to get the shit back rolling. I think it's going to be a tough day for Caleb Williams against the Baltimore Ravens. I would sit. Javonte Williams against the Broncos. I think that Broncos defense is pretty darn good. I know Javonte Williams has looked really amazing, and I'm glad Javonte Williams has done it. And he's going up against his old former team. But I think the defense is going to have the upper hand. I think they'll be ready for Javonte Williams. I like that matchup to sit him down. Matthew Golden, sit him down. Jalen Ramsey is about to be all over that guy. Like, sit Matthew Golden down.
Sure?
Even if it's not Jalen Ramsey, I don't think this Packers offense you could trust. I don't think you could trust Jordan Love against the Steelers defense. And he's just been inconsistent, whether Jalen Ramsey is on him or not. If Jalen Ramsey is on Matthew Golden, he for sure ain't getting none. Even if he's not, Matthew Golden still ain't going to do enough to help you with your fantasy. So, and that's it. And then I'm going to sit George Kittle. He's still kind of coming off the injury. He didn't look too good last week. I don't know if Brock Purdy's playing this week, but I'm going to sit George Kittle against that Texas defense.
For sure. I'm with you with Bo Nix, man. He's one of my picks too. I would start him this week. We all know that that Dallas defense is barbecue chicken. So go ahead and start Bo Nix this week. But I'm gonna go ahead and on the flip side. I know this is crazy, but I'm gonna start Dak Prescott because Dak Jackson was throwing all over this Broncos defense, and he got way better receivers than Jackson Dart.
So, Patrick Surtain can't guard George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. So
no, he cannot. So I would start Dak Prescott this week. Of course, I'm starting Jonathan Taylor. Like Jonathan Taylor he's been probably outside of Bijan Robinson, he's been the best running back this year. So, and the Titans are trash. They're terrible. They don't do nothing good. Go ahead and put Jamar Chase in there. Just go ahead and do it. Flacco is going to throw him about 117 balls.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, that's right.
So just go ahead and start him, even if you want to flex him. But go ahead and start him. Now my sits, I'm sitting Justin Herbert. I think Minnesota's defense is going to, after last week and that bad taste they had in their mouth, I don't think Justin Herbert's going to be able to do that. And I think Washington's defensive line is going to give the Chargers offensive line some problems. So I think Flores is going to blitz the hell out of Justin Herbert and try to get him uncomfortable. So yeah, for sure. Ramondre Stevenson, I'm sitting him because Cleveland's run defense is actually really good. So yeah. I don't think he's going to be able to move the ball like that, like he wants to. Now, if he wants some flexes, Breece Hall, because they're going to feed that boy the ball all day.
Are they? They haven't done it yet.
They're going to have to. They ain't no choice.
They ain't done it yet.
And plus, they're playing the Bengals this week. We're not going to act like the Bengals' run defense is any good. So you're going to have some good rushing lanes. Don't be surprised if that's a high-scoring game.
Hey, man. Free my man Breece and Garrett Wilson, please.
Yeah, man, for real. And Jermaine Johnson and Will McDonald.
And Sauce. Go ahead and free my man Sauce, too, man. We'll take the Raiders. We'll take all of them on the Raiders.
You'll take the whole team, man.
I'll take all those guys on the Raiders for sure. We'll look like a whole different team.
Man, I don't know. Gino's still going to throw.
Yeah, he probably still would. So we still need a quarterback, but we can get the rest of those guys. So.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man, that does it for our starting sits. If you got anybody, put it in the comment section.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
All right, let's do our BetUS Sure Fire Picks, man. What you got?
I got a quick four, man. So I got the Vikings +3 against the Chargers. I just think I like that matchup right now. I think the Chargers are really banged up. I think the Vikings have been playing some pretty decent ball. I'm gonna go with the Vikings +3. I like that. 49ers +1. I like that. I think the 49ers, even though I know I said sick Kittle out, for some reason this 49ers team just knows how to win. Even with all the injuries, they're still 5-2. They didn't have Brock Purdy. Still don't got Brandon Ayuk. They lost Fred Warner. They lost Nick Bosa, and the Texans just look so inconsistent. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on with that team, but hasn't really looked good. So I like the 49ers +1. And then basketball tomorrow. I like the Thunder -7.5 against the Pacers. No Tyrese Halliburton. I know the Pacers are going to come out tough, but Thunder they're just too good, man. And without Tyrese Halliburton, I think it's going to be a struggle. And then I love the Nuggets +2 against the Warriors. I mean, I think Nikola Jokic is going to have a field day against this Warriors team. So
there's a lot of big lines this week.
Oh, for NFL?
Yeah,
there really is.
Jesus. I like the over in the Jets and the Bengals game, the over 44.5. I think that's going to get there regardless, even if the Bengals just get there by themselves. I think that it's going to get there. I like the under in that 49ers Texans game because CJ Stroud and them, they just can't move. They can't. That offense looks like it is rough.
they really miss Joe Mixon, dog. They really miss Joe Mixon, dog. And like Nico Collins can't catch the ball to save him to life.
Yeah, he was dropping passes. He got hurt. They don't have another wide receiver that's reliable. Like you said, their running game is not good. Nick Chubb looks like he's past his prime now. Yeah, it's a lot of big numbers though. I don't know what else to take because a lot of this is kind of scared to take them. I do like the over in the Cowboys and Broncos game. Over 50.5. That's gonna get there.
Oh yeah, I think that might be the easiest bet. And then us saying that score is about to be 9-3.
You're right. A lot of picks and shit. Yeah, that's about it.
For sure.
If you look at the screen, people. There you go. Look at the screen. You see the QR code for the BetUS website. Go ahead and scan that. Put the promo code join125. Plus, you'll get 125% signing bonus plus 10% gamblers insurance because they got other things on there. That's 3 risk-free bets on your first 3 deposits on $100 up to $5,000. That means if Maul wants to bet $100 on his first 3 deposits and he loses, he keeps his money. He don't even lose it, so he can go over there and win some money, or he can still keep his money on his first 3 deposits. So after that, you on your own. So go over there, sign up, tell him Cris Mal sent you. And that does it for our BetUS Sure Fire Picks. All right, man, let's do our NFL Week 8 picks.
Cris Mal's NFL Picks.
Turn that down. All right, tomorrow, Thursday night football, we got Vikings traveling to the Chargers. Like Maul said, Chargers are pretty banged up. I don't know if Joe Alt is playing. He might be playing tomorrow, so that will kind of be a boost for them at left tackle. But I still think that this defensive line is going to be too much for them. I think that Carson Wentz, I know he's starting, but I think Justin Jefferson and Joe and Addison are going to have a good game against this defense. I think they do enough. Run the football with Mason a little bit more. Get that play action pass going for Carson Wentz. And I'm going to go with the Vikings winning, I'm going to say 24-21.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this offensive line, if they do get Joe Alt back, it definitely would help. But you still don't have your star running back there. Marion Hampton, he's not there. This defense has been a little bit inconsistent as the last couple weeks. Justin Herbert seems like he's reverting back to some of his bad habits a little bit. And honestly, I think with the Vikings, I think Justin Jefferson and Joe Addison, they're going to be a problem for this defense. Jordan Mason hasn't even really got going these last couple weeks, you know what I mean? So it's only a matter of time before he hits a big one. He's just really an explosive back. And then we all know this Brian Flores defense is going to blitz the hell out of Justin Herbert. So I agree with you. I got the Vikings winning. I'm gonna go. I think we get another solid game. Maybe not as good as the last couple weeks. I'm gonna go 28-20.
Okay. And you got the Jets traveling to the Bengals. The Bengals coming off a big win. You want to get some perspective, people, on how bad the AFC is this year? If the Steelers lose and the Bengals win, then
That's what I'm trying to tell people. Ravens is eating. They ready. They right there, dog. Ravens win 2 games. They're gonna be right back in the thick of things. So they'll be all right. Ravens will be all right.
Damn, Bengals is gonna be number 1 in the damn division. Now look, my man Woody Johnson and threw my man Justin Fields under the bus.
Yeah.
Say, hey man, it ain't Aaron Glenn. And this defense is the quarterback. He sucked.
Yeah.
My man Justin Fields said he ain't fazed by it. I think this game is gonna be closer than what people give credit. I do think it's gonna be, because I just think the Bengals defense is just not that good. Cam Britt Taylor has been a healthy scratch. I don't know if Trey Hendrickson is even gonna play this week. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals, though. I think the offense is just gonna be just enough to do what they need to do. And I got the Bengals winning in a high-scoring game, 35-24. 20.
I think this Jets team is just bad.
They're bad.
This is a bad team, dog. And Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and even Chase Brown. Chase Brown looked like he's starting to get into his groove of things. And I think if Chase Brown continues to do what he did last week, I think this is a drubbing. I'm gonna go 31-13.
You got the Bears traveling to Baltimore. Bears are on a 4-game winning streak. They're looking really, really good right now. And the Ravens, they haven't had the season that they thought they was going to have. But I think that, this was a good time for them to have a bye week. For them to kind of recalibrate, get their stuff together. The defense actually didn't play bad against the Rams before that bye week. So if they can build on that and bring it into this game, the offense was scoring points. The offense wasn't the problem. It was the defense. You know what I'm saying? That was the problem with this team. So hopefully they can tweak some things. Maybe they need to just simplify some things. Sometimes you just got to simplify it and don't make stuff so complicated. And we'll see. But I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I'm with you on this. I think the Ravens come back. They're gonna be high energy. It's in Baltimore, so I know they're gonna be high energy. Everything's gonna be flowing. But I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I'm gonna say the Ravens win. I'm gonna say 35-27.
I agree with you. I think this is the Ravens team that we've been expecting to get. You know what I mean? Minus the Ravens, minus that first week game where the Ravens looked really good for 3 quarters. Ever since that quarter, man, it looked like, I don't know, somebody did like some voodoo on them or something, and they just haven't looked right ever since. Because those first 3 quarters, the Ravens easily looked like the best team in the league, and it didn't even look close. So I don't know what happened. I know there were some injuries that happened as well, but I think they're getting a little bit more healthier as far as like what they can do with certain players, and I think it's gonna be a fest. I think this is gonna be a drubbing too. I like the Ravens winning big. I like the Ravens winning. I agree with you with the 35. I'm gonna go 35-21.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. The Dolphins up against the Falcons. Both of them kind of limping into this game. Dolphins did not look good at all. They didn't even look like they wanted to be on the field last week. We'll see if Tua even lasts long in this game. They just put Darren Waller on IR, so he was their best receiver. He gone. So
Hill gone. Yeah,
I think the Falcons. I think this is going to be a drummer. I just do. I know the Falcons. You can't trust them, but I'm sorry. The Dolphins are just bad. They're not good. I got the Falcons winning 28-6.
I'm not a fan of both of these teams. I'm not a fan at all.
I think Bijan is just gonna run all over them.
Like that should be the case, right? But for some reason, it seems like this will be the game the Falcons score 0 points, just like they did against the goddamn Panthers. Look, man, I don't know. I can't really trust the team. This one's a hard one to choose. I'm gonna go with the Falcons just because I just think there's just too much turmoil going on with Mike McDaniels, Tua, and a lot of these injuries that are happening. I think this Dolphins team is just dead in the water, man. They need to go ahead and fillet
Phillips, baby.
Yeah, they just need to go ahead and fillet these fish, but I don't think this game is going to be as crazy. I'm going to go 17-6. I'm going to go Atlanta Falcons. It's an ugly game. No one wants to watch this.
You got the Buffalo Bills facing off against the Panthers. Bills coming off of a bye week, a much-needed bye week. They were on a 2-game losing streak. And then you have the Panthers. Bryce Young is not playing in this game. He did not practice today, so we probably get a healthy dose of Andy Dalton. The red rifle? Is that his name?
Red Rooster, Red Rifle. I don't know.
Whatever.
Red.
We're gonna see a lot about this Bills team. And here's the thing: the Bills could be looking ahead because they do have the Chiefs coming in town the following week. So this could be one of those games where they're kind of looking ahead, and the Panthers hang around a little bit. We all know this Buffalo Bills defense is not that good this year. Their secondary is not good.
Yeah.
So They got to figure out a way to get Purdy. They cannot let Andy Dalton beat them, because if they do, they got some bigger problems.
Nah, yeah.
They got bigger problems. But I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. I think Josh Allen I think James Cook has a good game. I think they get back to what they do good, and that's run the football. Don't make this Josh Allen be a hero ball game. You ain't gotta do that. It's the Panthers. Just run the football with James Cook. Let Josh Allen throw the football about 20, 25 times and get out there with a dub, man. Don't even make it complicated. I got the Buffalo Bills winning 24-10.
I'm gonna go upset. I'm gonna go with the Red Rooster. I'm gonna go with the Red Rooster. I know his name, Red Rifle, Red Rooster, Red Rifle, whatever.
Yeah. Man, Mark stupid.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go with the Carolina Panthers. I think, Andy Dalton he's like Marcus Mariota at this point. He can give you one game where it just surprises you. And this Bills defense is putrid. It's very bad. And then for some reason, the Bills just they kind of do this thing where like they just have weeks where they just don't want to give James Cook the ball.
That's a good point, Mark. That's a good point. Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, Rico Dowdle, even Chuba Hubbard. Like I think both of those cats can do it. And then Tet, like I think maybe Andy Dalton might be able to get Tet the ball a little bit more. You know what I mean? So, and then it's just, as I said, the Bills for some reason they have moments where they just don't want to give the ball to James Cook, and I don't know why. He's one of their most important players on that offensive side, not named James Allen. And I think they still have. I think Keenan Allen is a solid receiver. I just don't think he's a true one. I think he's really a true two. I don't think they have anybody on that outside that can really just dominate a game. Like I know Keon Coleman, he has his moments and stuff like that, but it's not really consistent to the point where it scares you. It doesn't like he has great speed. He has decent route running and all that. He has decent hands, but I don't think there's nothing elite about Keon Coleman. I just think he's a solid wide receiver. And I think that's a problem. So I think the only elite player on that offensive side, not named Allen, is James Cook. And I do like their two tight ends that they have, but they don't really feature them either. So I don't know what this offense is and what this consists of. And as bad as that defense is, I like the Panthers. And I'm going to go, let's go 24-21. Upset alert, field goal at the end.
Okay. That happens well. 49ers travel to the Houston Texans. Look, 49ers is coming in beat up, dog.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming in beat up, but the Texans, they look beat up on offense. Got this Super Bowl caliber defense. Even though Derek Stingley was getting his lunch taken from him from JSN, I'm just saying, JSN was giving Derek Stingley the business on one day. I'm just saying, but I'm gonna go with the 49ers. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to run all over this Texas team. I think that's how they kind of slow down this pass rush. A lot of screens to CMC. I think Jennings and Bourne can have a good game in here. And I'm going to go with the Texans winning 24-17.
I agree with you. I just think the 49ers are just a team you could trust, a very dependable team. Kyle Shanahan teams are in the regular season, they're some of the best. Now in the playoffs, well, I won't say the playoffs, Super Bowl, we can have a different conversation. But up until then, I think Kyle Shanahan knows how to coach. He knows how to get his players in the right positions. Whether it's Brock Purdy or whoever else is behind that quarterback, I think it's solid. And I think Christian McCaffrey has looked like MVP Christian McCaffrey. George Kittle, even though I said sit, I think he'll have an okay game. But I love I think Robert Saleh is the real true MVP of this whole situation with a lot of those key members that have went down. I'm talking about key guys like Fred Warner and Bosa, and he still has his defense looking really good. So I'm gonna go with the 49ers, man. I think they win this game, and I'm gonna go let's go 23-17.
You got NFC East matchup. Giants traveling to the Eagles. Giants coming off of a terrible loss to the Broncos, what they should have
Yeah.
won the game.
Yeah.
Eagles looking better on offense, even though you said AJ Brown still putting out Bible verses and crying and stuff. And he had 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. Guess he wanted 150 and 3. But you didn't like Devontae Smith had
180 plus yards.
That could have been me. I'm gonna pick the Eagles. They're at home. I still think they're the better team. I do think it's gonna be one of those NFC East. They're gonna fight, but I think at the end of the day, I think that they're gonna win the game. And I got the Eagles winning 31-21.
Yeah, man. I think this game is going to be very, very interesting to me because we're really going to see the true character of this Giants team. Forget the Eagles. Like, this Giants team should have won last week, and they gave up over 30 points in the fourth quarter. Now, and this is with a team with a rookie quarterback. So let's see what kind of mental fortitude this young man has. Let's see if he can get these guys to rally and regroup and understand. Like, yeah, we might have blown a great opportunity against a really good Denver Broncos team on the road, but it should show them that, look, we can play with anybody. If we play with what we can do and the confidence that we have with some of the swag that we get from Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo, we can play with anybody, especially with this D line. So it's gonna say a lot. I'm gonna go with the Eagles as well. I think the Eagles want that payback. I think they really do. I think they were embarrassed on that Thursday night field with the performance that they put on that field, and it's gonna be in Philly. So I do like the Eagles, but I think the Giants will put a little bit of respect on the name. I could see them keeping it kind of close, but then the Eagles kind of put it away in the fourth quarter. I could see this being like a 34-23 style game. You know what I mean? I could see that.
The Browns are traveling to New England. New England is riding high right now, number one in the AFC East right now. Browns, they're coming off of a pretty decent win. Quinshawn Juggins won them that game.
Looked amazing, yep.
Yeah, but I think that Quinshawn's not going to have a good game this week because I think they're going to stack 8 in the box. And I think Dylan Gabriel's going to have a couple of interceptions this week. I think that defense of Patriots is going to swarm Dylan Gabriel, and they're going to be Kevin Stefanski is going to be very stubborn and put Bailey Zappi in.
If he did that, my God, we are going to.
You heard the report. They said that Shador, the plan is for him to only play the last 4 games of the season.
That's crazy.
But I'm going to go with the Patriots. I just think they're the better team. I'm going to go 28-17.
Yeah, man. Christian Gonzalez is gonna have an off day. Like, and there's no one for him to guard. Like, he's just gonna be chilling. Dylan Gabriel can't throw the ball. He can barely see over the line. I agree with you. I think Quinshawn Judkins can still pull up decent numbers, but it's not gonna be anything where it's gonna be put a detriment to this Patriots defense where they're gonna worry about it, where they could effectively lose the game. I think Drake May should be in MVP conversations. I think he's looked really, really amazing. He shut a lot of people up who still had a lot of questions about him, including me. He's looked really good. Booty, Diggs, they've looked really good as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I think this is I want to say this is an easy choice because anything could happen, but I think for confidence level, this is probably if I had a confidence of a 10, this is gonna be a 10 for me. I think the Patriots have looked really good, and I'm gonna go. Let's go 20-7. And I think we need to start having real conversations about Patriots maybe potentially competing for a number 1 seed.
They could be up there. The Buccaneers face the Saints. Buccaneers coming off a tough loss against the Lions. Saints, who they just play?
Saints, they lost to who did they lose to? I'll look it up while you talk.
Anyway, Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield probably had one of his worst games last week.
They lost to the Bears. They lost to the Bears.
That's right. That's right. Baker Mayfield probably coming off his worst games so far. His offensive line didn't do him no favors. They was all up on him. That Lions defense, and shout out to that secondary, man. They played way better than they did against the Chiefs. I think Baker Mayfield is going to have a better game, of course, this week. I know he's going to be missing Mike Evans. Mike Evans probably out for the season. He got a broken collarbone. I know they said that he's not. He could come back, but I think he's done for the season. No Chris Godwin, no Bucky Irvin, so it's going to be still White and Emeka Egbuka, Sterling Shepard, Otten. Taz Johnson has become one of his go-to weapons too. I think that's still enough for them to get the dub against the Saints. I think it's gonna be competitive, but I still got the Buccaneers winning. I'm gonna go with a score of 28-20.
This sounds weird. I apologize. I'm gonna make this real quick. I'm gonna go with
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Having a little technical difficulties, people. Yeah, they did get deflated by that. I could tell because that would probably have been the catch. That probably would have changed the tide of the game a little bit. But Baker was off on some throws, man. Like he was air marrying a lot of throws. Like there was a wide open touchdown to Tez Johnson, and we on Tez Johnson like 5'8", 5'9", and he just threw it like he was 6'5", and he air mailed it, and that was a wide open touchdown. So,
All right, I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
talk again.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, my bad, guys. My bad. I hit the microphone and it messed the whole thing up. We were talking about the Bucks and Saints, right?
Yeah.
Bucks and Saints. Yeah, like I think it was a tough loss for the Buccaneers. Obviously, that bad injury to Mike Evans, breaking the collarbone, they put him on the IR. Huge loss. Obviously, they still got Emeka Egbuka, Rashad White. I think Bucky Irvin's gonna miss another game. I think they're gearing. I think he'll miss one more. Maybe he'll come back here soon. And I think it's a bounce back. I think the Saints are still gonna be a tough. It's a rivalry game in a sense, even though we know the Buccaneers are a better team. I think this is going to be a close game, but I do agree with you. I think the Bucks will get a bounce back game, and I could see them winning. Let's go 31-20.
Yeah, I was just telling Mark that Baker was a little that injury was deflating, but I also felt like Baker was kind of rushing his throws and he was kind of off. Like there was a few times when Emeka Egbuka was wide open, and he just air mailed it over his head, and then there was a wide open Tez Johnson touchdown. He just floated it over him. Like, dude, Tez Johnson like 5'9".
Yeah, that offensive line that offensive line didn't help him.
No, it didn't.
Like it had its moments where it looked like it was getting beat a lot.
No, it did. And then Jahmyr Gibbs was just doing.
Yeah, that run was insane. That run was insane.
Jahmyr Gibbs was just doing.
He had like over 200 yards, total yards, or something like that.
They didn't even meet Montgomery that night.
No.
It was like, take the night off, sir. Man, Cam Ward and the Titans traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. There's nothing else to be said. This is going to be a rout. 45-3.
Yeah, man. At this point, man, I just pray they just let Cam Ward just hand the ball off the whole game. Like, there's no need to get my man beat up. It's just not even worth it. Let's get some reps to Tajay Spears. Let's get some reps to Tony Pollard. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, let's feature them so you can train them for some assets.
Tight end back there, put a couple O-line. Let's get them some reps in the running back situation. Like, there's no point in even throwing this ball. I agree with you. I think this Colts team is just too good. I think Jonathan Taylor I think he might have a chance to get over 150 yards rushing and a couple TDs. I'm gonna go with the Colts. I think the Colts win easily. I'm gonna go 28-3.
Right, I can see Jonathan Taylor have over 152 touchdowns. I can see one of those stat lines where Daniel Jones had like 162 yards, but he got like 4 touchdowns.
I wouldn't even count out Daniel Jones maybe potentially rushing for almost 100 yards. I wouldn't count that out. That might be a possibility too.
Or at least he have a couple of rushing touchdowns.
100%, yeah.
So, you got the Cowboys traveling to Mile High Stadium to face the Broncos. Elevation will be high. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Cowboys can be able to score on this Broncos. I know the Broncos defense is good, but you got to put some respect on this Dallas Cowboys offense because their offensive line has actually played pretty well this year, counting all the injuries that they got on this offensive line, and they actually been playing pretty well, keeping Dak Prescott upright. Like I said before, I just think these weapons are just too good. You can't hold them down. And like you said, Pat Surtain can't cover both of these dudes. Like,
Right.
if he's on CD, then get the ball to George Pickens. And then the guy that you've been talking about a lot lately is the X Factor, Ferguson.
Best tight end in the league right now.
I think Ferguson is the X Factor in this. If they can't find nobody to guard him, it don't even matter. Like,
Yeah.
he gonna be getting all the touchdowns and all those third down possessions and all that stuff. So I'm actually gonna pick the upset. I'm picking the Cowboys to win this game because one thing the Broncos don't want is a shootout. You do not want a shootout. You want to slow this game down. You want J.K. Dobbins to have over 100 yards, a couple touchdowns. You want Bo Nix. He don't need to be throwing the football 30, 40 times. Because if he do, he gonna mess up one time. DeJuan Bland's he's gonna accidentally get an interception.
Yeah.
So it could be like the Bears game where he was just like, or was it the Bears or Washington last week? Washington. They was just throwing picks and it was just bad. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I got a high scoring game. I'm gonna go 38-31.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like I definitely think the Cowboys have an upset in them against the Denver Broncos. Like, look, minus what the Denver Broncos did something magical last week when they scored 30 points in that fourth quarter. But for the most part, they look pathetic. They look pedestrian. They look like inequipped. Like Sean Payton, I know he likes to talk his mess to Russell Wilson. I don't know why he still has Russell Wilson on the brain, but let's be honest, brother. The first three quarters, you look pedestrian. You look bad. I get it, your team is 5-2, but there's still some things that needs to be worked on. I think some of the weapons on the Broncos side, like, they're okay. I think Cortland Sutton is really good, but for the most part, I know you got Troy Franklin and some of those guys, but I mean, he's a rookie. It's not like you expect too much from him. And I agree with Mark. Greenlaw is suspended. I think that kind of affects the defense, especially the middle part of the field.
Stupid Greenlaw. What was you thinking?
Yeah, I don't know what
you won the game and you cussing out the ref.
Yeah, that makes no sense. And then like this Cowboys team just has all the layers on the offensive side. If this defense can even get 1 to 2 stops in this game, I think this helps them a lot because you got CeeDee, you got George, you got Javonte, you got Jake Ferguson, like you got Dak Prescott and his legs from the moments he's very smart at using his legs. This offense is amazing. It's really good. It's really, really, really good. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys too. I'm gonna go. Let's go 34-28.
And then you got Sunday Night Football. You got the Packers heading to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers coming off a tough loss against the Bengals. Packers coming off of a cool win over the who did they play last week? Cardinals.
Who?
Did they play the Cardinals last week?
Who did?
Packers.
The Packers played. Yeah, they played the Cardinals last week. Yeah, they played the Cardinals last week.
They pulled it out of the end. It was a little tough win, but you know what I'm saying? They pulled it out of the end. I don't know. This Packers team is hard to figure out, man. It really is. And same thing with this Steelers team. Like, the defense ain't that good this year, especially when you got TJ Watt, you got Hayward. Like, this defensive line isn't performing like you would think it would to help out that second. That's why the secondary is playing so bad because they got to cover so long.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. This is difficult, man. Do I want to go with Aaron? Or do I want to go with the Packers? I'm going to go with the Packers.
You didn't sound too confident in that pick.
I don't because I don't know. But I'm going to go with the Packers because I think Josh Jacobs has a good game. Yeah, I think Josh Jacobs has a good game, over 100-something yards. I think Tucker Kraft has a good game in this thing too. So I think he'll have a touchdown or two. I'm gonna go with the Packers. I'm gonna go 31-24.
I've been saying it for the last couple of weeks. I'm not a fan of this Packers team right now. I'm really not. As some they leave a lot to be desired. I'm not a fan of any of the offensive weapon pieces that they have. That's not named Jacobs. I do like Kraft. But those receivers are not, it's just they leave a lot to be desired, man. Matthew Golden, I think he'll be solid, but he's still a rookie. I don't know what more you can say for him. And then I think a lot of people are going to have eyes on him because I think that's the only receiver that they truly fear. I think this has the Steelers winning all over it. I think I would have been more excited about this game if it was Aaron Rodgers going back to Green Bay. That's what I originally thought it was, but actually they play in Pittsburgh. Yeah, man. I'm gonna go with the Steelers, and I'm gonna say they win 23-20.
And then on Monday Night Football, you got the Washington Commanders traveling to Kansas City to face the Chiefs. Marcus Mariota will be playing, no Jay Daniels, but they did say that Terry McLaurin and Debo probably going to practice this week, so they're looking like they're going to be playing this week. Look, man, I think the Chiefs going to handle business. They're at home. They're playing Marcus Mariota. This defense of the Washington Commanders is not that good. I think that they're going to I agree with you with the Travis Kelce talk. Their linebackers, you know, Louisville and what's the linebacker's name? He's played for Seattle.
Bobby Wagner.
They're good against the run. Like Louisville's a good blitzing linebacker, and Wagner's a good run stuffing linebacker, but they have a lot left to desire in the passing game. If you get those boys out in space, they can't cover to save their lives. So I think that the Chiefs are going to exploit those linebackers a lot and attack the middle of the field, probably get something deep down the field. I think Spags is going to cook up something for Mariota, and I don't think this game is going to be that close. I got the Chiefs winning. I'm going to go 31-14.
Look, man, another break for the Kansas City Chiefs, man. What can I say, man? At the end of the day, no Jaden Daniels. Even if you do get Terry and Debo back, they're going to be a little dinged up coming back. They don't have their star quarterback to help get them the ball. I know Marcus Mariota has his moments coming in and creating some magic, but at the end of the day, I think this should be an easy win for you guys. I was hoping this would have been this was one of the Monday Night Footballs I was really looking forward to when we first got them announced. But unfortunately, due to some circumstances, Jaden Daniels isn't going to be on that field, and we're not going to get that Jaden Daniels Patrick Mahomes matchup that we wanted to see. I would have loved to see Jaden Daniels compete against Patrick Mahomes. I think that could have been a very magical moment, but we are denied of that, and hopefully we can get that in the near future. But it's just going to be one of those games, man, where it's just the Chiefs are going to dominate. They're going to get a couple turnovers. Marcus Mariota is going to be a little flustered by what Spags is going to do. Rashee Rice is going to have a good game against Marshawn Lattimore because Marshawn Lattimore is dog water at this particular point in time. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got a big asset. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a big Travis Kelce game because Ferguson was able to get 2 TDs as well. So I just think y'all in the groove right now. I think playing these mediocre rundown teams or injured teams right now has helped the Chiefs, work on some things and get their confidence back, get their mojo back. Playing against my Raiders, that was a pathetic showing against my team. We have no business being on the same field as the Chiefs at this moment in time. It's just how pathetic we are. And then you get this moment with the Commanders where you guys are able to just, get Rashee Rice going, figure out some things. It gives you guys the opportunity to work on a couple things, experiment on some stuff, which y'all are going to do because y'all going to be up by 20 points in this game. And that's just the reality of the situation. So Chiefs fans, you guys got another easy week. Be happy, man, and hopefully this is all false hope for y'all. And when y'all play a real team, y'all get slapped in the face, man. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, y'all gonna win this game. And I don't think it's gonna be close. Oh, score. Let's go. I think they'll keep it light. I think they'll do like a 30-7, 30-10.
And that does it for our NFL Week 8 rundown. Yeah, I know. Can't be looking ahead to the Buffalo Bills.
Y'all gonna be playing a terrible ass. Josh Allen gonna have a bruised rib or some shit and sit out.
He ain't got no bruised rib. He gonna play that game.
Right.
All right, man. You got anything else?
Do I have anything else? Oh man, I do want to give a shout out. This is for me personally, man. I want to give a shout out to all the people that play 2K My Team, man. There's a big strike going on with packs, man. People are really fed up with the way these 2K devs has been handling this My Team stuff. My Team has been like, obviously I like the gameplay of the game, but My Team has been dog water, man. The way they've been treating that mode has been terrible. If you're not spending bags and racks to get these cards, man, they really don't give you any opportunity to grind for anything. It just makes the game dull. So I know it's not really important news, but it's something I had to get off my chest, man. I want to say, everybody stand firm. Let's not pay for these packs, man. Let's not do it. Let's not give this company money at all. And let's stand for something, man. Let's get some change, man, because this is ridiculous. And besides that, man, man, I'm ready for my vacation. I'm ready to get out of the city for a little bit, man. Go watch my Lakers play on Friday. You know, go to Horror Nights, Universal Studios on Saturday, man, and enjoy some LA weather, man. I'm excited for that, man. I need to get out of Vegas, man.
For sure. If you look at the screen, you see the QR code for the WWE shop. Go ahead and scan it. Get all your latest merch from all your favorite WWE superstars from the WWE. Jey Uso, CM Punk. They got a big match coming up. You got Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Bianca Belair whenever she comes back, and all your favorite superstars that are out there. So go ahead and scan that QR code and go there and get it. If you want to donate to our Cash App, you can donate to $ Cris Mal Podcast. We'll appreciate whatever you donate to us. Whatever streaming platform that you use, whether it be Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, whatever you use, we are available. First time watchers on YouTube, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification button. So when we go live on Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and Wednesdays 9-ish p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can jump into lives like Mark is. You can talk back to us. We want to hear from you. You agree with us, disagree with us. We want to hear your opinion, man. Go ahead and put it in the comment section. Also, if you're listening on the playback, leave it in the comment section, man. Whatever social media platform you use, whether it be X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitch, Facebook, whatever you use, we're available at Cris Style and Mal. We will follow you back. We're just some regular guys who like to talk sports, music, movies, and all kinds of various other things. Also, if you have critiques or feedback, or if you have a question or topic that you want us to bring up on the show, and we like said topic or question, we will bring it up. We will shout you out, because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead and hit us up via DM, emails, or our mentions. All right, good people. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. We will be back on Monday morning to talk about all the things that happened over the weekend. And yeah, man, you guys be safe out there. And until next week, we go.
Be safe, y'all.